They always say don't make a rancher angry. But the folks who really know well, they'll tell you anger ain't the thing to fear out here. It's the silence, that bone-deep, cold morning silence that settles over your land before something bad happens. That's the warning. So let me take you back. 5:45 a.m., fog thick as soup, and I'm standing on my own porch listening to the kind of quiet that makes the coffee taste richer, makes the world feel honest. And right then I just knew deep down something was wrong. Now, you ever get that feeling in your gut when the air smells like wet metal and the dew clings so heavy it could pull your boots off? That was this morning. Most days the peace out here is the kind you can drink in slow and steady, same old routine. But not this time. Out in the fog I saw it blue-white flashes, cold and rhythmic, not lightning, not a neighbor's truck, not anything that belonged. This light moved deliberate cutting slow across my southern pasture, right where the fog hangs thickest. So I step off the porch boots, sinking in mud, not thinking, just moving. 2 black SUVs, clean and shiny, humming low like they were trying not to be noticed. And out here, black's not a color for work, it's a color for warning. You pull up in black, you mean business, or you want folks to think you do. Here's the thing, though. This wasn't the first sign. A week back, a drone zipped low over my east field, too fancy for any local kid. Then came 2 letters, junk offers from Canyon Regional Development, wanting to buy me out for pennies. I burned them. Thought nothing of it till a stranger showed up. Just stood there staring across my fence. Didn't wave. Didn't say a word. Just left when I walked toward him. So seeing those SUVs this morning, lights crawling through the fog, yeah, it all clicked. This wasn't random, this was a move. I start down the hill, every step sharpening that wrongness. Ranchers, we know our land. You can feel when it's disturbed, like old sailors feel the shift in wind. And when I got close enough, the fog parted just enough for me to see him. 2 men, full tactical gear body cams, blinking red vests. Utility belts built like they'd done a few tours. They weren't lost. They weren't nervous. They knew exactly where they were, and they damn sure knew it wasn't their land. Let me tell you, they came ready for a fight. Wanted me to lose it, make their job easy. But I just kept walking. Out here, a man with a shotgun at sunrise ain't news. It's just a man doing chores. My old break action was cradled low barrel, pointed at the ground, not a threat, just a fact. But they stiffened up soon as they saw it. The taller one hand drifting toward his hip, making sure I noticed. The other one with a camera, he swung it down to my shotgun, then slow up to my face, trying to catch a flicker of anger, something they could use. That's when I understood they weren't here to check a thing. They came to record a show. So I stopped maybe 40 feet away. The tall one barked, "Sir, remain where you are. We're conducting a scheduled security evaluation." Tried to sound official, but his voice cracked on scheduled. I didn't move except to close the hinge on my shotgun, soft calm, the way my old man taught me. Then I said, "Morning. You boys lose a dog out here or just trespassing for fun?" No anger, just slow Texas steel. He puffed up. "Sir, this area is classified as a potential risk zone under the Whispering Trails Community Safety Initiative." The words came out like he'd memorized them in the bathroom mirror, but I let the silence hang, let him feel it. "This here ain't Whispering Trails. This is my ranch. Private. Fenced. And you two are inside it without a shred of real authority." That fog, it was thick enough to cut. The camera guy inched forward. He wanted me to blow up, give them the drama they came for. But see, anger's loud. Loud plays right into the hands of the man with the camera. I gave them nothing but silence. I could see it now, hard faces, shaved heads, tight jaws, but the eyes never lie. Their eyes didn't have authority. They had nerves. "Sir, approach any closer, and we may have to escalate the situation," the tall one warned like he was practicing for a part. But real lawmen don't talk like that. Real lawmen tell you what not to do, not what they're itching to try. And it got better. No department patches on their vests, their boots too clean for ranch work, Body cams mounted wrong, even their duty belts looked like they came out of a catalog, not a county budget. The camera guy zoomed in on my shotgun, but I just looked him in the eye and said, "I don't take kindly to strangers on my land, especially not ones pretending to be officers." That one stung. The tall guy stepped forward, waving a laminated sheet with a gold seal like it was the Ark of the Covenant. "Read the authorization," he snapped. I took it slow like it might bite. Scanned the top county seal, out of date, Deputy Langley's name, and I know for a fact Langley retired 6 months ago. "You ever meet Deputy Langley?" I asked. Course he lied. "He authorized. He retired 6 months ago. I cut him off." Silence. The camera guy's breathing hitched. I read on. "This code down here, it's a 2004 agricultural inspection form." The tall one went pale as day-old milk. I handed it back. "This ain't authorization. This is Halloween costume paperwork." I let my thumb slide over my shotgun safety click. Not aimed, not threatening, just a reminder. Then I gave them 5 seconds. Quiet final, no bluff. Their bravado crumbled. They turned, dragged each other back through the fog, slammed doors, and those black SUVs peeled out like the cowards they were. But here's the thing, that wasn't the end. That was the start. When the dust settled, I walked the fence, found a broken badge clip in the mud plastic, cheap snapped off. Evidence. Back at the barn, I checked my cameras, caught it all. Them ramming my Southern Gate vest patches, reading community enforcement, no agency name, just theater. And while I watched, my phone blew up 40-some notifications, video already posted online. No context, no trespass, just me shotgun in hand, my face blurred like a villain. Aggressive individual threatens community safety, posted by the HOA. And then the sheriff rolled up, siren wailing, Sheriff Daniels stepping out with that calm, tired look. 30 years on the job, and he still got to answer calls like this. "Morning, Jason," he says. "We got a call. Said you threatened 2 certified security agents with a firearm." I just nodded. "Sheriff, you know me." I showed him the footage, every second of it. Trespass, fake badges, my shotgun pointed down, 5-second warning. Daniels watched it all, jaw tight, then just said, "Jason, this ain't right. This ain't law. This is impersonation." But there it was. The HOA filed a notice with the county before showing up, logged as a civil inspection. Gives him just enough cover that Daniels can't cuff him without the DA. His hands were tied tighter than barbed wire. "Give me 48 hours, Jason," he said. "But don't give them a single thing they can twist." I nodded, not because I agreed, but because I respected him. And as he left, he said, "You need a lawyer, Jason. Today." I called Chuck Esparza, meaner than drought, sharper than a rattlesnake attorney who's pulled more ranchers out of HOA mud than anyone alive. Told him the whole story. He told me, "Don't talk to anyone but me or Daniels. Gather all footage. 3 backups." He was on the road in 40 minutes. And when he got here, he watched the footage, studied the paperwork, the badge, the edits, and the video. "Jason, this is organized. HOA doesn't act this bold unless someone's paying them. Someone wants that land." No sooner had he said it than a process server pulled up and handed me a lawsuit. Canyon Dynamics, the developer behind the HOA, accusing me of threatening violence, obstructing a safety inspection, creating a public nuisance by blocking regional development. But Chuck just grinned. They got nothing but intention, and intention ain't law. He sat down, scribbled out a counterclaim: unlawful trespass, property damage, impersonation, false reports, defamation, emotional distress, and the big one, conspiracy for unlawful acquisition of land. Next stop, the courthouse. The judge was bored at first, but when Chuck played the unedited barn footage, the room changed. Fake uniforms, fake badges, me calm, shotgun down, no threat. Then Chuck pulled up the doctored HOA video, and finally the clincher restored audio from their own camera. Just rile him up. If he raises that shotgun, we can claim risk and escalate. Karen wants leverage. The judge's jaw dropped. Court denied every motion from the HOA, ordered all their enforcement suspended, and told me to proceed with my counterclaim. Chuck leaned in. Round one's ours, Jason. Word spread fast. 2 board members resigned. Investigators raided the HOA clubhouse, carried out boxes labeled Karen Spellman. Days later, Karen herself, cuffed sunglasses gone, marched out in front of her neighbors. The fake officers, too, arrested before sundown. News ran wild. HOA president arrested in fake security scheme, developer implicated. A new HOA president came by, apology in hand. Real neighbors stopped by, honey eggs, quiet thanks. Even the developer dropped their application. My land safe, the valley safe. Late that night, I hung a new sign on my fence, private ranch. No HOA beyond this fence. And as the sun set, I looked out across the fields and thought the land remembers. And so do I. Now here's the thing I wish I'd learned sooner. Sometimes the law ain't about truth, it's about who can hold out longest. But the lesson, real power, comes from standing quiet, holding your ground, and letting the facts speak louder than fear. Karma, justice. Maybe they take their sweet time, but they always show up just like sunrise. But let me ask you, where's the line? How far should someone go to defend what's theirs? When does self-defense become escalation? When does justice turn to revenge? Drop your thoughts below. What would you have done if you were me? Ever stared down a bully with nothing but your own backbone? Share your story. Weigh in, was this justice or just another day in the wild west of modern life? Let's talk about it.